There you go. All right. So I was like, I know something's missing. All right, so what's going on, guys? This is episode 4 of ShotBet. Today we have Trending Tom, Trending Dog.
What's up, guys? Hanging out.
So we're going to... Oh, my God. We're already... Look at where we're at.
You're already winning, dude.
So this is ShotBet Podcast. So the point of the thing is to start a conversation, start a dialogue. Tom over here is actually really good with social media. He's brought an Instagram account over, it's about 125,000 followers, and then he has a second account at 13,000 followers. So he's the guy you want to talk to about how to build your followers, how to build your base, how to create that interaction. And I'll let you plug in real quick. So right now I'm going to make a quick drink. We're going to go a little fancier. We're going to get an Irish trash can because we're a little tired from work. So we got Red Bull. Please sponsor us as well. And by the way, so two things. We got new mic stands, so that way you can't hear the clunking of the bottles. So every episode we're trying to make it better. And for those of you who have not seen ShotBet, I'm assuming a lot of you watching right now have seen it, but those of you tuning in right now, the whole point of this podcast, it's a little bit different from others, is not only are we going to have a conversation, but every single like or love is going to make one of us drink, and it's going to stop the conversation and cause one of us to take a sip. So it's only unique likes or loves. So if you want us to drink, you have to get more than once. You have to get more people to come in, tune in, and react to the video. So we're gonna start
Instagram followers.
Get everyone to come in, and we're just.
That's
gonna
what I
start
do.
getting drunk.
I'm just getting all my Instagram people coming in, and Justin's gonna have 350 drinks. By the
I hope
end of
not. Did you already tell them? Go like this video. That's what happened last time. I was so pissed because I don't know if the last guest what happened, but all of his people came over and got me destroyed as opposed to getting him drunk, and I figured they'd want to get him drunk, but. Anyways, take it away. Tell them what Trending Dog, Trending Tom, and Tail Threads.
Tail Threads, yep.
And
I guess I love the letter T, dude.
It's
My name's Tom, Trending Dog.
Triple T's.
Yeah, so my first Instagram account... Thanks, man. My first Instagram... This is fancy, dude.
Yeah, of course.
Instagram account was trending.
We'll take a backlog, guys. We'll be there.
We got a loan. Personal loan against these drinks. Yeah, so I created my first Instagram account back in 2014, really without any goal or any sort of plan with it. It did not look at all like it does now. Eventually got a bunch of followers on it. I just kept plugging away on Instagram and, got up to that 100,000 follower range.
Which is crazy because I'm barely doing 800, I think.
Yeah.
Which that's why I'm stoked to talk to you today because I do not get Instagram. I kind of get Facebook a little bit, but Instagram I have not a clue about.
Yeah, dude. Instagram's that's why I was so excited to come on this podcast because I love Instagram. It's my absolute favorite platform. I don't really go on Facebook and Twitter as much. I just think you can do so many different things with Instagram. And that's why I have I have 3 or 4 different accounts on there. And that's actually pretty common for people to have multiple accounts.
Yeah, I didn't know the process until I started the ShotBet account. And then I was like, oh, this is weird because it would tell me I had notifications. And I'm so OCD about my apps that if I see a notification, it bothers me until I look for it. And I couldn't figure out how to switch over between the 2 apps. So I was stuck. And I was like, where's all these notifications coming from? But I realized now there's a drop down that you can kind of switch between the 2 or 3 or 4.
Yeah, and actually it didn't used to be that way up until a year or 2 ago. Because I have friends that had 4 or 5 different accounts, and the process was even if you had the app, not on the website, on your own app, you had to actually log out and then log back in, which is a huge pain in the ass. But now I think you can. I mean, I know people that have 15, 20 Instagram accounts, which is dude,
I can barely do one.
Yeah, it's how do you even how do you survive? How do you
Yeah,
I don't know. I would forget. I'd be like, oh shit, I forgot about this Instagram account I created. Ooh. How many likes is that, dude?
Oh no. It's going to be blue.
Oh no, dude. You gotta cover it with the
Sound girl, could you hook me up with some napkins? I made clearly I can't handle my own drinks, but right here, there's napkins right here.
Yeah, but I've been plugging away. I actually work in social media now for a full-time job.
We won't do the can for you.
And
I'm sorry.
oh, so you're giving me more liquor? I see.
Yeah.
That's how it works out. Okay, well, should we catch up on these?
I'm so
Dude,
embarrassed.
you're creaming me right now.
Oh well, yeah. Well, that's
5-2.
what's gonna happen. I'm right now 2-1, so I want to win. See, like it's like a lose-lose because I want you to get drunk.
Yeah.
But if you
you win, but you lose.
I win by lose because if I have more likes, that means like less people came for you. But if you get more, then I lose against you, and I'm very competitive. So,
Yeah.
but I'm competitive both ways. But let's start with a nice. Well, you got 2, but I got 5. So I'm gonna start this.
We'll do 2.5.
That's fine.
We'll make
2.5. Thank you for coming halfway with me.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
That is not bad.
Is it? Does it match?
The drinks have the background.
Do
That's
they?
so funny.
Are they see-through? Oh no, they're okay.
They have bricks in them.
I think
That's
they're
funny.
dark enough.
They're bricks.
So for those of you wondering what we're drinking, we decided to switch it up. It's Irish Trash Can. It's 1 part rum, 1 part vodka, 1 part gin, 1 part triple sec, 1 part
Regret.
1
part regret.
1 part regret.
Maybe 2 parts regret.
1 part peach schnapps, 1 part blue curacao, and I know I'm saying that wrong, but it's on purpose, and just a Red Bull can to top it off. So we're gonna feel like the Energizer Bunny in a second.
Oh yeah, and you just got another lick for Curacao. Curacao.
Curacao.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, but I've been doing that for a couple of years. I recently switched. I actually went to school for criminology.
Okay.
Which obviously is like totally not
yeah.
related
It's
at all.
Yeah.
But I think that's pretty common. Like social media isn't. I'm sure there's some colleges that do it for a degree, but like if you actually went to school for social media, it's like by the time you graduate, all the information is going to be out of date.
Yeah. No, of
So,
course.
You know, it would be like, oh, MySpace is.
Well, it's like yeah, because like marketing was, but I feel at the same time like history repeats itself with this technology, so things are being marketed the same way. But it is interesting how things have been shifted a little bit because media before, like advertisements were longer, like there was different product placements, and now it's like just pictures and quick clips. I think Vine was one of those first innovators where like 6-second clips, which sounds stupid because you want to make a long clip or something with more content behind it.
Right.
And then this thing blew up by condensing everything into 6 seconds, which seems to be the norm with a lot of things. I mean, you have Snapchat, which is 10 seconds. You have Instagram, which is 15 seconds.
Yep.
And it almost feels like, I don't know if it's people catering to like
No
our short
one-
attention spans.
Yeah, no one has the attention. It's
Which is
Think of the way-
unfortunate for this because we're gonna go on
No,
for 2
but
hours.
people are chilling. They're drinking with us.
I hope so.
No, but I mean, think about the way that you scroll on your own feed. Like when if you're like commuting or if you're about to go to sleep or something, you're not like. So if you scrolled and you saw somebody with like a 2-page caption, it's like,
Nope.
yeah, fuck that.
Just gonna swipe through it.
Yeah, no, but like a lot of the Vine people went to Instagram, so you see,
Yeah.
I saw a big shift with video going on there, and people sometimes upload like the
Get a
compilations to YouTube.
Actually, I'm gonna do this. Keep talking. I'm just. Oh, you got a couple drinks.
Oh,
I will definitely take that.
I was not paying attention.
I will. I'm just gonna do this real quick because I think we don't have the sound. So continue to talk. It'll probably be done by the time I stop ranting.
We do not have sound.
No, it's just so we can hear the snaps a little bit more accurate. So they can hear every single time it snaps, but our audio wasn't working on this end. So we should be good right there. But why? Why? This always happens. I'm like, oh, like I won't pay attention for a second, and then all of a sudden I get 2 more drinks.
Hey man, you gotta keep up.
So let's. So the one thing we like to do on every episode is to throw a cringe clip of the day, and it kind of breaks you in. It will kind of throw you for a loop. So this is a lot of people probably seen this. I was watching it the other day. I hadn't seen it forever, and I was like puking from the cringe because I'm one of those people that like you can feel it in your inside. You're like, I'm sure there's people watching that are like puking because I made that noise. But this one, it's a Canadian TV show called Just Like Mom, and it's this guy Fergie Oliver who is kind of very forward with children.
Yep.
So I'm excited because I know I brought it up to you
Is he-
beforehand, and
Is
you
he Fergalicious?
he's forget.
Is he too? Maybe that's his
F
problem.
to the E.
Yeah.
I don't know how to spell that quickly. But I love this clip, but you're going to puke. So this is from a Canadian TV show. Of course, it's Canadian, making our people look better.
Oh, yeah. I was
So
almost gonna
could
call
you turn it up on
Lori.
the TV real quick?
How could I miss? Oh, it's very easy. You're both very pretty. And you have green eyes.
Blue.
Are they? They're not blue. Now, don't tell me that. Look at me a little closer.
Oh my god, dude. No.
They're green.
So it's just a compilation of him kissing a bunch of kids.
Did you hear the audience?
You
Even
talk
the
about
audience
getting
was like,
married and having a family and things like that. No.
It seems like
You don't?
every single... turn it up a little
What
bit
do you
more
do,
for us.
when you're
It's
11
like
years
almost-
old for a date? Where do you go? What
This
are
is
some
the
things you
show.
do?
We just walk home from school with each other.
Oh, you walk home from school with each other.
It's so weird that this was
What kind?
okay.
Do you hand out kisses, Jennifer?
Oh,
Look at this.
is that her mom?
You look like a young lady who likes to give lots of hugs and kisses out, do you? Hey? Hey?
Oh my god.
It's so creepy.
Not
It's so
really.
creepy.
Not really. Can I have a hug and a kiss?
No. No
I
consent.
can't have one? Even if I say and whisper in your ear that Allison, you're gonna win the show.
He's like
I still
telling
can't
these
have a
kids
hug
that they're
and a
going to win the
kiss?
show if they
Well,
give
I
him a
guess
kiss.
You can't win the show then.
is so
if I don't get a
odd.
hug
Yeah,
and a
it's
kiss.
so awkward. He's just like
Yeah.
talking.
You
But
hear
then
that?
the best part,
Yeah. You hear that?
and
That's a good
hear that?
answer.
it's just
You
like,
Look!
miss.
What do you do?
he still went for it.
Oh my god.
He still went for the kiss. And it's like, and the moms are right there.
Are you
And it's just
shy?
like normal. I mean, like,
Can I have a
like
little
I know,
kiss, please?
like back in the day, there was like TV hosts that were like kissing like older women, I guess. You know what I mean? They were on the show, kind of like
See, she would
in
get a whole
like
bunch of
casual
answers.
fashion. But this
You
is
give
another
kisses,
level.
though, don't you, Stephanie?
I don't know, man.
You don't?
Either way, it's,
You don't-
it's
you're
screwed
not-
up. But like, it's just
You're not seeing this on Family Feud. Man.
you're not
Okay,
seeing
we
this.
got Stephanie
You're seeing this in the
Lorraine. Here's a big
'70s. You're not
family
seeing it
kiss.
now.
Yeah.
It's
I
so
couldn't get that
weird
kiss
to me.
earlier.
But this became.
So you're
So-
telling me this show isn't still on, dude?
No, it's definitely not
I can't
on.
go watch this
You
on,
can't watch it
the
on
Game Show
Netflix.
Network? Dude.
But the thing that cracks me up is these clips are coming from the 70s, and this is one thing I wanted to talk to you about is these are now memes. So now, like, these videos are resurfacing, and people are reclipping them, and they're becoming viral,
Yeah.
even though they happened years and years ago. And,
Oh, yeah.
like, I guess with the trend of technology, do you see a lot of people being, not nostalgic, but finding older clips? And
Yeah, well,
like...
you see, I mean, a perfect example is that kid with the blonde-haired kid with the mushroom cut. And there's, I don't even know, I don't even know what the extent of the video is.
I love-
but he's just like, wow, and there's just like clips of like,
That's-
you're my best friend, and like dude, I see that kid. I'm sure that kid's probably like.
Pissed.
Fuck my life. Like,
because
you know what I mean?
because anything could, like, anything, we could be on a random news segment.
Somebody could clip
and then
this
clip it. Yeah, and
in
clip it, and then all of a
2050.
sudden we're everywhere, and it's just funny. Like that kid, I remember seeing it because Mike Diva, who's a really good, like, he takes memes and then he makes like really good visuals with it. And he took that clip, and that's how I first learned about that kid.
Yeah.
But he used to do it for everything. And there's a lot of other pages where they'll take that meme, like I forget what it was called, but it was the show where they would auto-tune like clips. Do you remember that?
You mean on like YouTube or
Yeah.
from like back in the day?
Yeah, they
Okay.
used to just auto-tune like Obama's speeches
Oh,
and like everything.
yep.
And I forget what it was,
Yep.
but it was so like
Auto-tune the news or something? Is that what
yeah,
it is?
yeah.
Auto-tune the news was one of them, where it was just like clips of. I think they would even rearrange what the people said.
Yeah,
They
to
said,
make
like,
a song.
I just shit my pants.
Yeah.
and like that's.
And
the-
that was the chorus. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
Um,
it's interesting to see where like
There you go. I'm not even. I'm like, is it illegal for me to like sip this?
no,
without-
you can sip like
Can
if
I
you're
like
thirsty.
maybe if I sip, then people will be encouraged to love.
I don't know.
Or is
Like,
that like
I
the
think
cart
people-
coming before the horse?
I think people, yeah, but I
Red
think
Bull
people
coming
don't
before
people don't like me, so I think that's what it is. They're like, oh, like this guy seems interesting. We actually want to hear him be coherent.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
like me, I'm not going to be in about like an hour or so, and people want to see that where I'm stumbling over everything.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting to see meme culture evolve like over the years.
God, dude.
And like people's like I remember the Drake versus Meek Mill. Like
Yep.
Meek Mill not necessarily get destroyed by the song, but everyone dogging on him and making all these like viral videos.
You got to go into social media hibernation.
Yeah.
After something like that,
like there's no because or like the Beyonce, I think it's a Beyonce picture from the Super Bowl where she said she wanted to take it down and she didn't want anyone to see it.
Oh,
and the first thing,
I can't even recreate
bulked
it.
Up.
She's just like,
oh, there you go.
double
You asked for it.
Yeah.
You asked for it.
Cheers.
So yeah, she was bulked up and like then it took off. So like,
and if she, you know what, if she didn't say anything, it probably would have been.
Yeah, no one would have known about it.
Yeah.
And that's I think it's just funny how just memes have evolved over the generations, because even the word meme is what, not even 10 years old. It's not even a fifth grader.
Recently got added to the dictionary like a couple years ago.
Memes.
Memes. Yeah, but I mean, another example is like those workout videos you see, like the 80s.
Oh, I love that.
And they're like thrusting at the camera, just like, what is this working out? Like,
I remember Keen Peele did a skit on that too.
Did they?
Yeah, where they like redid it,
Yeah.
but like made it seem like the person who's doing it, like the other guy like killed his wife, but he's like keep dancing, and it's so, I love the dark humor of Keen Peele. I always have, and that was just the funniest thing to me is that first they recreated it, and you can see
I got another one.
You can see that memes are kind of diving into pop culture, and it's diving into like advertisement, like I think the best example is Arby's. I think Arby's is killing it right now, where they take, I don't know who runs their like,
you talk about like the Twitter feeds.
The Twitter beef, them making a mixtape, and then all the time on Facebook, and I think it's I want to confirm that it's Arby's. If you want to check real
there's
quick.
Wendy's. Are you talking about Wendy's? Because Wendy's has the Twitter. Like their Twitter profile is basically like they tell people off. Like they're like,
so Wendy's kills on Twitter, and then Arby's does all the like origami with their like boxes to like reflect pop culture. So if like One Punch Man like is like big, they'll make like a One Punch Man meme that only people that watch a show understand.
Right.
And feel free to call me out, because I talk a lot of bullshit, and I feel free to fact check me. And community manager, feel free to fact check me too if you can look into it.
What about me?
You can't look into it.
I can't fact check you?
You can't talk shit.
Yeah.
So, but like they'll take it, and it will be a reference that only people that watch a show, and then it blows up, and then all of a sudden everyone knows about him. Okay.
Well, that's an interesting strategy. Like I was actually just talking to Kat about that, is how you'll see a lot of stuff where, especially on Facebook, where it's targeted towards like 1% of the population, but you know that 1% is going to share and comment and like spam the shit out of that content. It's like when you're in the gym with your girl and like something else happens, like I'll see content like that, and clearly that's not for me, because I don't go to the gym. But it's not that I'm not a girl, dude. I just don't go to the gym. But yeah, I mean, it like the way that content is shifted, like you said, it's like I want it, instead of like casting a wide net and doing like the shotgun approach of like, let me just make the most generic meme possible. It's trying to be like so relatable for 1%, and that's almost better.
Now, do you? I was just gonna ask that. Do you think it's better to fixate on that 1% because they're more likely to connect and react, as opposed to a general post that applies to 90%? Because what happens is it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because if you have a broad thing, then it comes off too generic and people don't connect to it, and they see it almost as like forced. But then if you do the 1%, you may still have that like eerie sensation from the core fans. They're like, this is kind of forced. I think Nintendo does a really good job on it too, where they were like, on the first episode we watched King K. Rool get announced, and they trolled everyone by showing another character in that silhouette of the character that was going to be released. And they did that because just a troll on everyone, and it sparked up this meme. And it's just interesting that advertising and marketing has learned, the curve when it was created by the user.
Yeah,
it wasn't created by advertisers.
I'll tell you this: it's not because the people are learning, really. It's because the people are hiring people our age.
Yes.
That know the next best thing and like what's hot and what's going up. Like these old companies, they're like just recently hiring social media people.
Because it didn't exist before.
Well, and it's like I think
because a job position
they approach it in a way where it's like, I can't make any money off of Twitter or Instagram or whatever, Snapchat, and then it's like, oh shit, we're missing out on like all of these people under 30 years old, that are buying our products,
that are their main core audience.
And also, it's a huge like for the bigger. I mean, obviously not for like a size like you or me, but customer service wise, like people blast companies on Twitter, and it's like if you're not on there to DM people and be like, hey, here's a coupon, here's whatever, then you just look like shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Or unless you go the Wendy's route and just say like, screw you.
which ultimately works just as well. It's just not responding and not being savvy. And it's funny because if you think about it, the social media position did not exist 10 years ago because it wasn't relevant, and now it's almost like an essential part of the team, which also applies to your position right now. And it's just funny that like companies have to look to these younger heads because they don't have the brain for it. And I forget which is an old sitcom, but it was funny because I think was it Friends, where Chandler had to promote these shoes. And he said it's not for old people, and that's how he kind of like did it. But like, he was literally sitting in an advertising room with all younger kids because that's who they're marketing to.
Right.
There is a lost market if you don't market, and I feel it too when I do my shows, where I've learned that marketing my shows, I don't necessarily get a lot of hits or people coming if it's just my show or a hip hop show. Mm-hmm. People want to escape. They want to like enjoy their time, and I think part of the thing is memes do the same thing. It allows people to connect and allows people to escape.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, dude. And it's funny, like memes, like the transformation of memes now. It's like even my parents kind of like get memes at this point, dude, because they've been around for so long and they're just everywhere. Like they're not just on Twitter. They're not just on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's like, first it was your parents are on Facebook now, and it's like shit.
Now your parents are memeing.
Like 3 or 4 years ago, my mom went on Facebook. Hi, Mom. She's probably watching right now. She's probably hitting the love button, making me drink.
Making you drink.
Hey, no, but like your parents are on Facebook now. They're trying to catch up. Like my mom, I'm like, Mom, get an iPhone, dude. Like, not dude. Mom, get an iPhone. Ma'am. No, but like stuff is changing so quick.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I love it. And it's funny because me and my girlfriend will be watching like TV, and we'll subtly say like, "This is you," because it's like a meme. Like something happens and out of context. Yeah. Me exactly.
I'm literally dead right now.
So you'll be watching something and it'll seem what happened, and in context it's good, but out of context by itself with no subject, it's just like so memeable that or you'll see people on Snapchat or Instagram, it's the same thing. They'll clip something and then go like, when I'm hungry or whatever, and then like it's something taken on.
Yeah, dude. And the new thing is, have you seen like the "This Ain't It, Chief" thing?
No.
This Ain't It, Chief. It's like the new thing. I think it's on Twitter. It's just like whenever somebody says something stupid that you don't agree with, so like people will just be like, "This ain't it, Chief." And I actually don't remember where it came from, but it's like a meme in itself that people are just like, stuff connects and like catches on fire so
quickly,
and you have no idea where it came from. It's like, where are these moth memes coming from, dude? Like,
speaking of, I wanted to show you this. Yeah. So this has been blowing up, and it's not that I'm old, okay? It's not like I just don't get it, okay? So I want to give a quick shout outs to the community manager today. She'll be it's my girlfriend Kat. She'll be monitoring the likes and the comments. If you have any questions or comments for us, feel free to let us know and comment and she'll send over the good ones to us. If you're not smart enough to have a conversation, we might not talk to you. Sorry. non-intelligent people. I'm kidding. Say anything you want. Have a conversation. Talk to the person below you. Whoever's interacting with you, have that conversation. This is what this podcast is about. We want to hear from you. And I know during the break we take kind of recap, going through all the comments like in the intermission, just to see what people are talking about and what they want to hear about. So comment away. Let your friend know. Tag them. If you think your friend knows more than Tom over here about memes, tag them. Actually, you know what? All you people watching, post your favorite meme in the comment section.
Yes.
Post your favorite meme and blow it up.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. But we'll go right now. Do not like this meme. I don't get it. It's so stupid, but it's so funny.
I guarantee
it's
in those
it's
comments.
a moth meme. No. All right. So right here, I got to think of Big Titty Toth, community manager. Please tag Mike Toth and tell him to look at this meme right here. It's Big Titty Moth, which is so
Big
funny.
Titty Moth,
like this. It's so why?
That's how like people are so creative.
Where did this come from?
Like that's a meme within a meme, dude. Like it's like
yeah.
Look at that one. Remember the anime one with
this one?
Is
yeah.
this a lamp or whatever? Oh, is this heaven? It's like that anime right there used to be a meme. Like 3 or 4 months ago. It's not even a long time ago, dude.
Which is
they're not taking like bad.
Look at this Nike one. Shout out to Hot Dog Water 710. But like it's so funny because like it's so integrated. I'm gonna leave this up for a second. We'll talk over it.
Are we in the screen?
Yeah, we're in the screen. You can't see it here because we're just scrolling through. But the thing I love is no. Is you almost have to understand the meme culture to be able to almost have like a memeception. You know what I mean? Like you need to know like that where this meme originated from and the original context to understand like
as a 48-year-old, it's like what the hell?
What is this?
Who created this? Why is this on the internet? But like you get it.
It's so funny. I can't do this. Yeah.
What's the name of that meme with the sideways hat?
Douchebag Steve or something like that.
Shithead. Oh no, not shithead. Steve.
Shitbag Steve.
Shithead Steve's a good meme account.
No. Oh, this is so funny. So. All right, I'm going to be so pissed. So this is going to be kind of like a double negative because what's going to happen is I'm going to say I hate moth memes. Please do not post moth memes in the comments.
Yeah.
And the first thing that's going to happen is there's going to be a dozen moth memes.
Big titty moths.
Big titty moths, which is going to be so pissed because all I did was type moth meme, and this is the third one that came in.
How many results are there on this already? Like 7 million? Oh, it doesn't show.
No.
Usually it shows like 1 of 100,000.
Hundreds of 76 million. There's no way.
No.
That's just Google. No way.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna hop back.
But like that's a perfect example of like the turnaround and like how things become like even now it's like moth memes are kind of like they're all over Instagram.
Yeah.
So it's like like you're being creative and like it's funny kinda, but it's like old news already. Even though this just like when did the first moth meme come out? Like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like as time goes on, it gets quicker and quicker and quicker.
It does. The turnaround time is crazy because it was so funny because I thought it was up on my. So I took my brother. We went on a cruise for his 21st birthday, and we left for a week into the Caribbean. And the thing that we were so up on memes and so up on Vine, and we came back and
no internet.
No. We came back and everyone was saying, what is it? Got him.
Oh, got him. Yeah, that
that
kid.
guy.
Yeah, prank calls his friend or something.
No. The
got him. The video.
Yeah.
The guy. He's like, got him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like
these nuts.
Yeah,
these nuts had just come out, and we were like, why is everyone saying this? What? And we felt like ancient. We're like, what do we miss in this 1 week? And these nuts was like so huge. I mean, like it breeded like ligma.
Now you got ligma, sugma,
I'm so pissed.
Dude, there's so many
stuff.
of them. He's been diagnosed with ligma.
which was the funniest thing with
What's
Ninja.
Ligma?
Ninja
Yeah.
like falling for that, and then that's why it blew up.
Oh,
Look
did
at me
he?
being OCD.
Did the Twitch streamer Ninja?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
felt. Is that how it originated?
One of the main things that really blew it up is he got like people. No, he didn't get Ligma, but everyone like a news article came out that Ninja was dying of Ligma. So everyone was freaking out, and then, but they didn't get like it was like satire or whatever. So like they were like freaking out. What's Ligma? What's Ligma? What's Ligma?
Oh my God,
and then people
dude.
were in his like Twitch feed.
But if you're Ninja, you're loving that. Because
Oh,
like,
yeah!
if that
Yeah.
went viral, I'd be like, first of all, who the hell's Ninja? What's Ligma?
Yep.
What's going? And then you get like memed
You get
yourself.
Ligma'd.
You got Ligma'd right in the face, dude. And yeah, like Ninja, dude. We should talk about Twitch a little bit because like
Okay, that's 100% something I want to do because I think I'm absolutely dumb when it comes to Instagram, Twitch, Snapchat. I usually use for friends, and I know it's a kind of a dying like medium right now.
Yeah.
And then like I kind of use YouTube, but Twitch is something. So right now we have this kind of fan base and this kind of audience for Facebook, but we wanted to transfer over to Twitch.
Yep.
But Twitch is a little toxic, and I don't know how this will translate to Twitch compared to streaming on Facebook. Like just because again,
Well-
yeah,
You're gonna get a different audience on Twitch. 'Cause
absolutely.
First of all, you don't have the audience yet, so you have to build that up.
You have to build it from
And
nothing.
I wouldn't say necessarily Twitch is toxic. I mean, it kind of depends on like how you react to trolls in a certain way. And like even on here, dude, there's gonna be trolls.
Look at this.
What?
It's green, but it's clear.
Oh, that does not look green at all.
All right,
Mine's orange.
I'm gonna start a new drink.
But
actually.
you're 3 ahead of me. Okay. I've been like drinking. I haven't even really been paying attention
here,
to the.
I got you. I made yours strong in the beginning, but you'll be good.
It was actually delicious though.
I'm just thirsty, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm an asshole because I'll just get absolutely shit faced in the first 5 minutes, and then I'm just like an idiot the whole time. But anyways, you were talking about Twitch.
Yeah, dude, I think Twitch is great because my personal background with video games, like I used to game all the time growing up, like, you know, Call of Duty, like SOCOM, the first person shooters, Smash Bros, which I think you challenged me to Smash Bros at some point.
I mean, I'll
So we
challenge
gotta-
anyone. You won't
Maybe we
touch
should
me.
stream-
You won't touch
Maybe we
me
should
is what I'm
stream
saying.
Smash Bros after this on Twitch. Dude.
I mean-
that's how you launch.
That's how you started.
No, but like Twitch is awesome, dude, because like I had a computer, like I built my own computer. I had a desktop computer
Yep.
like maybe 4 years ago. You know, used to play games all the time. I would play like RPGs and Call of Duty and whatever, zombies.
Yeah.
And my computer eventually broke, and so all I had was like a MacBook, which like you're not gonna game
Yeah.
on a MacBook. But like Twitch affords you that opportunity to like watch. You're watching not only the video game you want to watch, but you're also watching the streamer, and you're part of the community.
Yeah.
Which is like a big tangible thing now. You know, like it used to be. I think like a couple years ago on Twitch, you had to be good at the game.
Yeah.
To have an audience, and now it's like you could suck at the game, and as long as you're like entertaining and have the audience and are like interacting, like, oh, Joe 67, like, good point, whatever, like,
Yeah.
you're creating that dialogue with your audience. That's awesome, dude. Like, I would love to be able to play video games. I can't, dude, because I only have the Mac.
Yeah.
I wish I had Mac games, but yeah, dude. I mean,
You can play Fortnite mobile.
yeah, you know, it's funny. I haven't played Fortnite or PUBG.
All right, well then
But
we
feel
can have
like-
this discussion.
I feel like I would be pretty good because I've watched so much Twitch, and I don't know, man. Like, eventually I'll get the desktop computer again, or I'll get the Xbox or whatever.
Now, one thing I want to dive into is Instagram because that's your special. See, I'm already like, it's not I'm drunk. I'm just see.
Oh,
so
you
what happens?
switched.
I
You
switch.
you
But the
switched.
thing about like Twitch is you have to be good. You don't have to be good at games. You just have to be entertaining.
Yep.
And me, I feel like I don't have to be good at interviewing or talking. I just have to be at least entertaining.
You just have to be drunk.
But I just have to be shit-faced. So I think one of the things I want to talk about is Instagram because that's something you know, and I'm sure there's a lot of people like curious as to what the do's and don'ts of Instagram.
Yeah.
Now, I kind of did a little bit of research on your page. So he has a page called TrendingTom, and he posts advice and hints to people looking to learn like tips about Instagram and some things I didn't know. Like I think you said 70% people are 70% more likely to interact with your post if you have a location, which I did not know.
Yeah.
So now I'm posting stuff with location, trying to
yeah.
hit different places around the world. I know there's I like that #love is the most used hashtag. And then that like pizza is the most popular food on Instagram. But the thing I want to kind of know, again, is the do's and don'ts. What kind of hashtags should you be using?
Yep.
Like, should you, like me, like for instance, I'm doing my podcast.
Yep.
Should I be doing #podcast, or is that just going to fall victim to the feed where like by the time I post mine, there's 6,000 more posts above me? So I just want to get like what should people be doing, and what should people be doing that they're not doing, and what should people not be doing that you see people fall victim to over and over again?
So I guess I should probably start with just like what I would do if I was starting a brand new account. Maybe that'd be the best. So like, dude, so I used to have a podcast about this stuff. I just like love talking about it. And like, first of all, the #podcast, like that'd be good.
Okay.
It's not.
I've been trying to use it everywhere.
Dude, like it's okay. No, because I would my stance on hashtags is like people a lot of the time try to like flex on Instagram and be like, you know, getting 200 or 300 likes or whatever, and acting like they didn't put any effort into the photo.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like the style of the photo is like, yo, like I'm just like looking over here. I'm not like somebody just took a candid photo of me, and like I'm gonna pretend like I don't give a shit, but I'm in actuality you do care. I think a lot of people
see that
they don't put effort in where they should. So they're not adding hashtags when they should be adding hashtags. They're not doing the location sharing when they should be doing the location sharing. If they have like a branded account, they're not tagging other accounts in their niche. Meaning
what?
Well,
just for the people watching, because I'm an idiot. So like on me, I'm posting and going. It's like what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to take clips from these podcasts, like minute clips or 15-second clips, and then tagging the people that we reference.
Right.
And then maybe hashtagging and then direct tagging them.
Yep.
And then a couple extra other tags. But like, I guess like what exactly do you? I guess I would spell it out for the audience, just because to me that almost sounded like gibberish, almost like I should know, but I really don't.
My whole stance on it is when there's an opportunity for you to potentially get more viewers on your content, you should take it, regardless of like, oh, like I don't want to look like an idiot if I'm I didn't even see that. If I'm doing like 30 hashtags on the photo or whatever, like I'm not saying you have to do 30 hashtags, but people think they'll look dumb if they do #podcast,
which I do
live, #show, whatever, like #memes. You know, I do like 20 to 30 hashtags on every post I do on Trending Dog, just because I know, at least uniquely to me, a lot of people will see that content that aren't following me. So why wouldn't you if your goal with your account is to gain followers or gain recognition or gain like your status as like a thought leader in your space, you should absolutely be taking those steps.
Okay.
You know? So make sure your account's public, make sure you're doing the geolocation tags, make sure you're interacting with other people in your niche. So maybe DMing other people that are in the podcast community. You know, one of the things I recommend when you're first starting your Instagram account is surround yourself with other people in your community. So, say for instance, the podcast community, right? So, you know, Joe Schmo is the oh, that's me. Oh, I'm not drinking the Red Bull. You know, Joe Schmo is the leading podcast guy in your space, right?
Yeah.
So you go to his profile, you follow him, obviously. Maybe you check and see who else follows him, because you know those people are going to be interested in podcasting.
Okay.
Right? So they're already interested in
the podcasting
mutual
realm.
topic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what I did with the meme account, like the Trending Dog account, is I would go to the Fat Jewish, or I would go to Fuck Jerry, or like the other meme accounts. I would follow them, and then I'd see who they were following, but see who follows them. So it's like you go down through the list, and you can see, oh, this guy, Ryan68, is interested in this guy's memes or this guy's podcast.
And
maybe he'll be interested in my stuff too.
Now, where do you go from there? Do you DM them, or do you follow them, or how do you do it?
You can follow them,
or do you respond to their comments?
You can comment on their page. You can
what did you
them.
find most effective, I guess?
Well,
and then I know, like, maybe the meme page won't apply to a lot of people, but I know a lot of people watching are young entrepreneurs, I guess, that are looking to sell their brand.
Right.
So I guess I know you have a second account or third account that's Tail Threads.
Yeah.
And you have 13,000 followers on there, and it sells. By the way, I'm going to put this on right now. So for those of you that want, like, what is it, like, pet meme shirts, I guess?
Yeah. So Tail Threads, actually, I got to shout out my partner on that, Anthony Valentine. He's also a Pinkerton alum, which we haven't even talked about Pinkerton. Oh, now we got two spins.
Hey!
Now we're even. No, there was like one drop. But I mean, we make custom like pillows and shirts and socks. You basically, if you have like a dog or a cat, you can send us a picture and we'll like superimpose that in a pattern onto.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that, Cat?
Oh, I'm at 10 drinks.
Yeah, you're at 10 drinks. Do you hear
my
that,
God.
Cat?
I'm like 3 behind.
Custom shirts and animals to put on stuff. So you might want to think about that for a birthday present for someone. No, not you.
Yeah, but Anthony. So Anthony is a super smart kid. He's also class of 08 with us. And he's like an e-commerce guy. Actually, he'd probably be interesting to have on the show at some point because he's done this over and over again. He just creates a product and just has like a Shopify store and just runs it and, does Facebook ads and does like the Google ads and all that. All stuff that's like way over my head. I'm not even a little bit involved.
Yeah, I would love to get his insight.
I handled the marketing and he handles the like production,
which is dope. It's dope because that's what you need. And I think that's one of the things that I need because I can put out because I feel like, and I don't want to talk highly of my show, but like I feel I've been watching a lot of podcasts and watching a lot of things locally. I feel the quality that we're putting out is up there.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're engineering a really good show and concept, but the one thing that's lacking is the marketing and building that audience.
Yep.
And but what would you? So someone who's starting a brand or like you're doing a clothing company.
Yep.
But like I'm doing a podcast brand. What do you recommend for people trying to broaden their brand to their audience? Because it's hard because I think I'm struggling at I just started my account, but I'm only at like 100 followers, and a lot of it is just people from my page going to there. But how do you get that market that we should be able to capitalize on? And you have another like.
Yeah, that's part of the question.
Yes.
Well, whatever. So if I was going to start a new Instagram account maybe I was starting a podcast, the very first thing I need to do is write down what are my goals with this account, who is my audience, what do I want to accomplish, like what is my content going to look like.
And do you you personally, do you actively write that down, or do you take a kind of mental note?
I don't usually, just because my personality, I'm more just like take it and run. Like,
okay.
I have no patience. That's one of my downfalls, is like I'm so just like, wow, okay, like let's spend 6 hours working on this right now. Like, we just got to get it done.
Yeah.
Make sure you link your account with your Facebook and your Twitter account. Do a call to action, like a Facebook status, and say, hey, we're launching the ShotBet Podcast. Give us a like. There we go. We got the like. Utilize those other platforms. And then personally, I think it's best to wait to even like before you even launch your account. It should be good that you have like a solid 6 to 9 posts ready.
Okay.
Because when you think about it, if you're like, say you launch your account and you have like one post, right?
People are going to see that.
1 or 2 posts. if you're doing outbound engagement, if you're, searching hashtag podcast or whatever, searching a geolocation for Manchester, people that visit your profile are not going to know what your content is really. Even if you have your bio filled out and you have the one post, it's like, you don't know what to expect. Like me personally, if I got a like from ShotBet Podcast and I went to the profile and it was like one, still photo or one video, you wouldn't really know what to expect as much, and people aren't ready to really commit to that.
Okay.
And the reason I say 6 to 9 is because the 9 photos is like when you go to somebody's profile, that takes up the whole photo. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I've always heard, what is it? Your top 9 is your Bible, I guess, I don't know exactly the phrase, but it's like probably that's what it is. Like
probably like 80% of the people that visit your profile are gonna just see that content. I don't have the data for that, but that is really important.
And I feel like with mine, I guess personally, and feel free to comment. Kat, if you hear anything or any like good comments, feel free to relay them to us. But I think with mine, for instance, if I'm clipping everything, it's gonna look like the same thing 9 times because I have the same backdrop. So is that like I guess going against me? I guess working against me.
Yeah, I mean,
people know it's a podcast, so they're kind of expecting it. But like, I want to know what works for me and works against me, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, with any industry, you'll wanna like diversify your content. Okay. So I would say definitely don't have every single post be a clip, like a video clip. Maybe you have like a selfie at one point. Maybe you have like a behind the scenes thing, like just to alter your actual feed. Yeah. Because
different colors.
Yeah, I mean it's the same thing. Only this. Here's Tom, and then here's Joe, and then here's Ron. Like it's cool. It like you definitely want to post that content because obviously people are gonna get an idea of what your podcast is and like what you're putting out. I created like a content plan. I don't have a content plan for my big account because I just kind of it's already
works
big,
by itself.
So,
yeah,
whatever. But with the TrendingTom account, my personal account, I created like a color scheme. Like every third photo is gonna be, this style of graphic versus whatever. Like it's important to put more time into that than most people do. So
now with that being said, I have a question. I don't want to talk poorly about your TrendingTom account, but the thing I notice is obviously your TrendingTom account that's about advice for Instagram.
Yeah.
Is struggling with 400 followers.
Yeah.
While your other 2 accounts have boomed off the bat.
Yeah.
Is that something because it's such a niche market, or do you feel it's hard to brand or advertise that?
Yeah.
And like obviously every market's different because a meme page is somewhat simple just because obviously we talked about meme culture and that's something that's booming right now. That's the new media. Like it's almost like before pictures and videos were the advertisement of the generation and the medium of the generation, and now memes is that new thing. Yeah. So do you feel like it's because you just started that page, or is there an actual struggle when you're, because obviously the thing I notice is obviously you've grown on your Trending Dog account and your Tails Thread account, but your TrendingTom account is so professional. It's laid out so nice, man. And you can tell you put so much time into it. Yeah. But then it's not blowing up, which I think kind of shows that it's hard for even the people that know what they're doing.
Yeah, well, I would just attribute that to not posting enough, to be honest.
Okay. I don't want to talk poorly. I'm just very intrigued because I see obviously I see the 120,000 and I see the 13,000, and I'm intrigued where the difficulties lie. So that way, when I'm building my brand or someone else's brand, what things do you have to overcome? And maybe it isn't posting enough, or I don't know exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I probably should in the future spend more time on it. I just I do spend a lot of time on the content, probably too much time on the content. And I'm running like 3 or 4 different accounts at once, and it's like the I'm kind of in a pickle because like the Trending Dog account, like I make some money off of it.
Oh, so, okay. And now not to I don't want to dive into your income, but at what point does that transition, I guess, into money? outside of like obviously tail threads, it's direct because it's like you're selling shirts, but like a meme page or a...
So I got my first email. I had my email like attached to my Instagram account. I got the first reach out actually by Captain Crunch.
I was just gonna ask about that. Yeah, because you had talked to me about Captain Crunch and like Hinge.
Dude, it was so weird, dude. It was like 2 years ago, and I had probably like 12,000 followers, and this lady who represented Captain Crunch DM'd me, and she was like, hey, and at that point I wasn't even an animal meme. I was just like regular memes, like totally generic content. And she's like, hey, how would you feel about like doing a sponsored post with Captain Crunch? And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Like, I guess
so weird.
I like Captain Crunch. Oh, I just got like,
yeah, I think they're moving from me to you right now.
But
because I just dropped 2. I'm gonna spit up my drink. I'm gonna vomit and fill up my cup.
Right in here, dude.
Yeah, I would just give it directly to you. I'm glad you said that because I said I was gonna regurgitate my drink for them, and they're like, no, and then you're like, here, like, let me offer my cup.
Yeah, but so like she reached out to me and she's like, how would you like to do a sponsored post with Captain Crunch? And usually the way this works, at least with my account, is we'll do like a back and forth on like, what's your idea? Like, you know, do you have some sort of content you want to promote? Is there like a new type of cereal? Is there some sort of sale? Like, it depends on the product. And I like to just, I mean, I'm a meme account, so like I create the meme, and then I go in the caption, Captain Crunch does, you know, peanut butter crunch, like the new crunch, whatever, whatever they're promoting. But in this instance, Captain Crunch sponsored a 5K run, which it was like a Spartan race style run. It wasn't like a road race. It was people.
Now I'm confused.
They sent me photos and they were like, yeah, because they were all about like, you can meme this.
Yeah.
They sent me photos and I had no idea what this event was. It was people like, picture like a Spartan race with people like all dirty, like climbing over fences, climbing over whatever. And they had bowls of Captain Crunch in their hands as they're doing this obstacle, dude.
It's so
like
funny.
You like, I guess they started out with a bowl of Captain Crunch. And there's like people like eating as they're running and like doing that, and like, you know, shit's just spilling everywhere. And I'm like,
and they sent you this picture to meme.
How did, and it was easy to meme, dude.
But
that's
so funny.
I was like, what? Like, what? How would Captain Crunch be involved with the Spartan race, like Captain Crunch race? I don't know what it was.
Weird.
But I mean, I started getting brands reaching out to me, and around that time, I was still working in the government at that point because I had the crim degree. I was still in Manchester just working, and I had no idea about if I could even do this as a job. But eventually I got a couple deals, and I was like, you know what? Like, let me just search. Let me just find and see if there is an opportunity for me to do social media, because like clearly there's a need for these companies are reaching out to like micro influencers to get their products out there. And I got work with a startup company in Boston a couple of years ago, and that was my first foray. My resume for it's still now, it's so fucked up. It's like TSA. I worked for the TSA. That was my first job out of college that was in my major. And then I worked for a court in Boston. And then it's like startup rideshare company. I did their social media, and now I'm working for the company I work for now. And so like now it's like kind of normal, but dude, I didn't expect this at all when I created the Instagram account. And like looking back on it, it's so mundane. Like, it's like, if I didn't decide, like, I didn't even really talk about how I decided to create the account.
It's not you, it's only me. Unless you're doing a sympathy drink.
Well, I mean, you're like ahead of me. Or was your drink not as strong?
No, it's strong. I'm just like thirsty. I'm trying to get drunk.
Yeah.
Oh no. No!
But oh, you lost it, like
just fill it back up.
But yeah, dude, I mean, there's a lot of opportunity with social media, and it's great because it's the type of occupation where you can do it freelance.
Okay.
Like, you can absolutely go on like Elance or like Fiverr or whatever, and there's
Fiverr. I didn't even think about that.
There's so many small businesses that are like, think of, we just went to get pizza at 501, right?
Yeah.
501 Pizza. Is that me? Oh,
It's
shit,
both
I got
of us.
two. I need a new drink, dude.
That's fine. I'll pour you up.
We just went to get pizza at 501 before we got here. Shout out 501 Pizza. Imagine the owner trying to like run the Instagram account. Dude's probably 55, 60 years old. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but
don't tag him, please.
Those people. Yeah, we're sponsored by. They just show up and give
55-year-olds.
But yeah, I mean, like, so many small businesses just think they can do it and just like run the social media like it's an afterthought.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And you don't like. Sure, that's all well and good, but you're not going to get any business. Like, you're not gonna be able to transform that into legit like followers or like people coming into the store.
So
you poured me.
Yeah, I poured you drinks. So you have a couple drinks. What we're gonna do now? We're about to hit the 1 hour mark. I want to hit this break. We're gonna come back. I have another clip that I want to show you about Post Malone. I don't know if you're a Post Malone fan.
Yeah.
But this is a really funny clip, and I want to get into the Instagram questions, and I want to learn more about Instagram. So we're gonna take this 1 hour break. My buddy Polly Rotten just submitted a song, and it's called "Do We Got a Problem" from his new group. And we're going to be playing it now. If you want to find it, it's up top showing now playing. So we're going to take a pee break, and then we'll be right back.
What's up? We got a problem, Toothpick? Do we have a problem? We got a problem right here. Here's your right there. Right there. All right. Play a little game. I said, do we have a problem? Yes, now you better get your stank asses up out of here before I cause a nuclear holocaust up in here, too.
Man, if you don't fuck with it, pull up. You don't want it, better tone down. Cause I'm riding with my day ones. And you know we 10 toes down. Man, you don't fuck with it, pull up. You don't want it, better tone down. Cause I'm riding with my day ones. And you know we 10 toes down. I'm about to keep it a buck. You rappers suck. Recently pressing your luck. Stay in your lane to get cut. I might be broke, at least I'm no slut. Man, you know what? Dressing like a bitch and acting like a bitch. Frontin' for the gram, acting like you rich. Can't buy beats, but you selling bricks. Why you ain't pull up if you had to stick pause? You could just hold the applause. Crack out the water like Jaws. Right through the mud, up through the stars. Yeah, it's the God. They call me odd. I wouldn't change with lobotomy. I'm a oddity. Man, I'm thinking that I gotta be, cause I can feel a lot of me. Turn the evil inside of me. They saying that a whack man, why they gotta lie to me? Cause I'm that cracker. Everybody try to be. Now I'm chopped liver. Why the fuck you hiding me? Not stop spitter. Man, who gon' bite me? When it come to rap, this a fucking side of me. You could kill yourself, but you could get the side of me. I cut you in half. Really ain't a problem. Killer whack rappers. Really ain't down to me. I know they ain't fond of me. And they probably on me. You know that I'm bad.
Do we have a problem? I said, do we have a problem?
Do we got a problem? Do we got a problem? Do we got a problem? Do we got a problem? Man, if you don't fuck with it, pull up. You don't want it, better tone down. Cause I'm riding with my day ones. And you know we 10 toes down. Man, you don't fuck with it, pull up. You don't want it, better tone down. Cause I'm riding with my day ones. And you know we 10 toes down. No time for snot nose. This is coke flow, basically up yo's. I'ma rock those, crack those metaphors. I'ma lock those bars, but you looking at a star. Fucking thinking that we are, even close up on the chart. This ain't pot and this ain't wines ago. And Rissy's live for 69s ago. You ain't tried to diss from rhymes ago. Say goodbye, you can realize and told. Rip your spine and see your mind unfold. I'm a bold individual, need some undivided attention and residuals. Stuff is minuscule, fucking interview. Shit is too late, need an interlude for some bigger news, bigger camera crew. Must have cool, bigger boobs in the nude. Kinda cool, what we finna do? Why they hate the y'all to let them dope? I'm too great, they all away my nose. My fans rate and call you fake, they woke. Every state they all relating, no. He's a problem, but no problemo. Hit my stingo, take your demo, break your demo, end the demo, take your memo. Your check's friend zone, ain't fucking nothing, never getting nothing. Fucking check is sucking, current check is sucking. Fucking what you fucking, talking about you fucking. Do we got a problem? Do we got a problem? Do we got a problem? think this a game. Ooh, bet y'all thought I was gon' play. Ooh, better get the fuck up out my face. You suckers finna learn a day. Yeah, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, let's go. Anybody wanna let me know? If you see me out up in the crowd, duck it down. Hope you know I'm not afraid, let it go. Yeah, get y'all swing on. Everybody move, get your bang on. Bang on, bang on. Tap a motherfucker in the face with a payoff. Everybody owe me, better pay off. Nothing y'all can do to hard a motherfucking move. Cause I can shake a bake a fool and make a motherfucker fool. Better stay cool, I don't really wanna do it to ya. Got a problem, I don't really think you do ya? Swing first, I'm a one hitter, quit off. And I'll get y'all with a big wig splitter. Lay down in the dirt, take a straight grave digger from a monster truck. Tony Hawk and stuff. I like yacht, like what the fuck was you thinking? What the fuck was you drinking, man? Playing around, are you planking? Hey, anybody get it? All I got to say is,
Do we have a problem? I said, do we have a problem?
Do we got a problem? I don't think we do it. I don't think we do it. Do we got a problem? I don't think we do it. I don't think we do it. Do we got a problem? I don't think we do it. I don't think we do it. Do we got a problem? I don't think we do it. I don't think we do it. Do we got a problem? I don't think we do it. I don't think we do it. Do we got a problem? I don't think we do it. I don't think we do it.
Do we have a problem? I said, do we have a problem?
What?
All right, so we're back. I think. Can you guys hear us? We probably can't. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Can you feel us?
Can you feel us? You should. Actually, you should.
This tastes like creamsicle.
That's what. It's exactly what it is. It's a
Yeah.
creamsicle. I love it. So that was actually. I'm gonna. Uncommon Wealth. I'm pretty sure it was. I feel bad earlier because I was spacing on the name, but they're good guys from Worcester. I want to have them on a future podcast episode. I know they reached out, and that's one thing that it's funny because the problem with like sometimes with this podcast is you fall in this. Like, I love talking to you because you're gonna bring a new perspective.
Yep.
Because otherwise I would have a new rapper every week. Because that's just what I know, because I've been doing music forever. So all these people that are reaching out, they're trying to promote a new album. But I want to educate people on Instagram and social media and see how they feel about different things. Yeah. So it's just because we had a videographer a couple episodes ago. I want to talk to other podcasters. I want to talk to other people. Yeah. And I just love having you on. And
thanks, man.
Love being you on.
I think my EP is dropping next week. Yeah, I didn't tell you that.
Now.
Oh shit!
But for real, we'll drop his name. It's at TrendingTom, at TrendingDog, or at TailThreadsUS if you want to get what is it, custom made shirt?
Yeah, we do custom shirts. We do custom socks, custom pillows. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I have to shout out Anthony again, dude. He creates all the products, and I'm just the marketing guy, and I just got a drink.
Yeah. So one thing I do want to show. And so we talked about you being a fan of Post Malone, and I want to show this clip because it was kind of a little eerie. I guess we're going with eerie this entire episode because we had a dude kissing kids, and now Post Malone, he recently, one of the tires blew out in the airplane that he was in.
I saw that.
He got in a car accident. And then someone tried to rob the house that he was previously at. So you got a new... Yeah, so all that happened in a span of like a week or two. And people are saying it's because of this. And I just want to get your opinion on this.
Yeah.
So I don't think this has audio, but like you'll at least be able to see it. So turn this up a little bit. So this is a box that's... what is it called? Haunted or whatever? Like cursed?
Okay.
And the person that touches it is cursed. So like, look at this. So I'm gonna restart this real quick. So
wait,
like
this thing, the floating shelf?
Yeah, that floating box. Or I didn't restart it, but he was touching it, and then Post Malone touched him. Okay. And they feel the curse transferred from him, from the box to him to Post Malone.
Yeah.
And this happened right before the airplane, right before the car accident. And he's freaking out. And one thing I do want to show is. All right, so I'm gonna try to replay this. I don't think it did. He's like freaking out. We need to get out of here. I won't be able to pull up my mouse, but if you look at the top left, so he's gonna open the door. Something flies out. Did you see that? So you're gonna see something fly out. I'm gonna replay it for our audience real quick. It's freaking creepy. And like look at him touching. So I'm gonna it's all the way at the top left. So watch it fly out the door. I'm gonna show you real quick. I just have to restart it. So it's right about here that you'll see it, and it'll fly out the door. And it's weird. And like it looks like a bat or something, but I feel if it was a bat, he'd freak out. Yeah. It almost looks like a spirit.
A moth, dude. It's a moth.
It's a moth.
This is the first moth meme, dude. That's how it happened.
Someone freeze framed it and it's a moth.
We're cursed, dude.
We're cursed.
Post Malone created moth memes.
Look at this.
You heard it here first.
So it's gonna be all of you guys watching. It's gonna be about here and it's gonna fly out the door. So I'm gonna only play it one more time. TMZ. So I'll show you right here. It's about here. Oh, you see it?
Yeah.
You see it just fly by? Oh, look at So it could be the light reflecting off the camera, but it's freaking weird. So they say that because he touched him while he's touching. So the guy with the hat is the one that got cursed.
Okay.
And then they feel it got transferred to Post Malone.
So what happened? Oh, Post Malone got in the accident.
So it's almost like it's almost like okay. We'll replay this. So say like I'm touching onto this mic.
Yeah.
I'm cursed right now because the mic is cursed. But then Post Malone is your Post Malone. He grabs me. Now you're cursed. I let go. Now you have the curse.
Okay.
So that's what they're saying because this happened like days before like the airplane, the car accident.
I didn't see the car accident.
So
I just saw the airplane.
He got in a car accident. It wasn't major. He's not hurt. And then there was also his house that he lived at before got like robbed because they thought Post Malone lived. I think we have a couple drinks. I'll cheers to you.
Cheers. Actually, we didn't even do that in the beginning, by the way. We also haven't. We haven't even poured our shots.
Oh, jeez. What do you mean? For what?
Wait, we don't pour them until we know who lost /won.
Yeah.
Dude. Well, did you hear the whole thing a couple years ago about Post Malone's house being doxxed by Jake Paul?
Oh my God. Okay, I'm not gonna dive into this, but I'm like focused on sociopaths right now.
I will
like
admit,
my girlfriend will admit that sociopaths is like the most common word I've used recently.
Yeah.
Because I'm watching Shane Dawson do a whole documentary about Jake Paul being a sociopath, and it's so weird. I love it though. I love that he's changing into this like documentary like character as opposed to like he used to do a bunch of characters before, and I appreciate this medium more.
Yeah, dude, and like I actually I will admit I've watched a couple of Jake Paul videos, dude. Just because like love him or hate him, like he knows how to attract an audience.
Oh, yeah.
He used to do the It's Everyday Bro, like he used to do the daily vlogs, and like he doesn't do them anymore, but he was on the H3H3 podcast.
Yeah, I remember.
Ethan Klein, dude.
That's one of my biggest influences for this type of podcast. I love like
every time he promotes, he's just like the H3, like he's just like H3 podcast. But yeah, like he was on with Jake Paul, and he was basically just like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? You like literally put this guy's address on
like online
on your YouTube video, and it's just like insane, dude. Like I'm sure people showed up at his house.
Oh yeah.
Like
I would have done the same if I lived in that neighborhood.
Probably delivering pizzas. Who knows, dude?
Delivered mixtapes.
Yeah. Well, and then Post Malone came on the H3 podcast and was like, "This is."
Well, they did the live show, which is like,
yeah.
I'm interested in like a live show would be interesting. A live show in front of an audience would be interesting to me because I would love to see. I think one of the things that I especially with the previous episodes, that I love the conversation. I love talking to people and seeing what they want to hear because, especially with the local hip hop artists I've interviewed over the past couple episodes, is they want to learn the person behind the music so they can know them as a friend or they can know them as the person who made this music, but then they start to learn who they are by having these conversations and having these comments. And I think that's something I would love to do in the future, is do something live and like even have people stand up and be mic'd and be like, hey, like I want to know this. I love not knowing what I'm talking about. Like I love to be like educated, but I love to also have this conversation. So I know nothing about Instagram. Yeah. We'll go back down that rabbit hole because I know nothing about Instagram. I know nothing like just in general, like about the medium, and I want to learn more. And I want you to tell me, like, so, like, you tell me, like, I'm gonna give you a couple statements,
Yeah.
and you tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I think we already went over it. So, generic hashtags.
What my opinion on it is, the most popular hashtags are a total waste of time, because on both ends of the spectrum. So if you're searching for people to like, or if you're using them for other people to like you, say for instance you used hashtag love or something like that, hashtag photo of the day, hashtag instagood, all the there used to be an app called Tags for Likes, and I don't know if it's still around or not, but basically you would be able to categorize and say, like, I want to get the top 30 hashtags about animals.
Okay.
And it would tell you the top 30. But they had the top 30, like, most popular overall.
Yeah.
So it would be hashtag love, hashtag me, hashtag selfie, hashtag whatever. If you use those, you're going to get a ton of likes, but they're all going to be, like, bots. They're all going to be people that aren't going to go back to your content and search it or, like, give you a follow or anything. It's just that one-time hit of, like, okay, I got an extra 10 likes on this photo because I used hashtag Instagram or, like, hashtag good. I don't recommend doing that, just because the medium to low hashtags, you're going to get people that are actually interested in your content, and they could potentially go back to your profile and go, oh shit, it's the ShotBet Podcast, this looks cool, let me check this out, let me follow them, you know, let's see what's going on with them. Yeah, if you're doing hashtag what, like the most generic thing,
podcast,
you're going to get I mean, looking or receiving, it's just going to be everybody. Like, you're casting too wide of a net. So you're not going to get the return that you want to get. And there's a maximum amount of hashtags you can put on a photo, too.
Yeah.
So it's like,
okay, what number is that? Is that 30?
30, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't... It depends on what you want to do with your content. If you just want to flex and, like, look like you get a lot of likes and, like, a lot of comments,
then you
or whatever,
ask for the bots.
Then, yeah, I mean, do whatever. Do hashtag love, hashtag whatever. But you're not going to get that long-term engagement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second question. You doing 3 posts at a time? Like, you know how, like, people do, like, a common theme between 3 posts? So they'll do, like, they'll do like or maybe like
a
2
model.
Yeah, they'll do that.
Yeah.
Stupid. Agree or disagree?
I don't think so, because...
Okay, all right. Maybe not stupid, but poor for analytics. Like poor for, like, pulling it.
When people do that, it's more for the aesthetic of their profile.
Now, do you think that gives more follows necessarily, or do you think they're because I feel like, for instance, for Facebook, if you post 3-4 things at once, you're gonna drown out the news feed, and you're not gonna get a lot of likes and everything. So do you think the return is based on people following because they see the aesthetic, or is the net gain or net loss too much, or the net loss too much because they're losing it for posting 3 things at once?
I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. If the photos are all... I would say if you're posting 3 photos that aren't related at all, and you're just like, oh, I have 3 photos that are already created and I haven't posted in a week, let me do them all within 15 minutes of each other, that's a weird move. But say, like the example I used with the model, like maybe if you have a model modeling one of your shirts and they have 3 different, whatever.
Poses?
I'm not a model, so I don't know what the... one of me drinking.
Yeah.
That's fine. Like, I think posting all 3 of those at once on the same day or at the same time is fine, because your goal isn't getting the optimal amount of likes or comments on each photo. It's more just like the aesthetic of your profile. And like, that's also important. Like I was saying before about how on TrendingTom I have the color theme.
Yeah.
I have the I forget the word for it, but each column has a different purpose.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
like some of them are the graphics, some of them are the photos with the text on them, and some of them maybe are the personal photos, like the videos, the podcast videos that you want to do.
Yeah. Maybe
you have every other one's a video, and then the other one is a still shot of you with the guest. Or,
okay.
Or you behind the scenes on set right here. Like it doesn't, just because you're posting the 3 in a row at the same day, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, truth or myth? you should post one post a day?
I think it's important to be
Consistent
and to post regularly. I don't think if you go a couple days without posting, you're gonna be like, oh fuck it, let me just trash that account. It depends on your content as well.
Okay.
So if you're somebody like, for instance, you create the videos, you edit them yourself, you do a podcast once a week. So how is it possible for you to post every single day unless you just took like a 2-minute or a minute clip?
When that's what I was curious. If say I have like 1 week between podcast episodes. Now, should I have 4 videos and 3 still shots in between, like, you know, like maybe promoting the next person, screenshot with the person on the podcast, a video clip, and then you have one a day? Do you feel that's necessary or overkill?
I don't think it's necessary at all. I think quality, this is my personal opinion, but I like quality content over the quantity. Because the new followers that are coming onto your feed, like you said before, the top 9, right? The top 9 is the Bible, is what you said, remember?
Yeah.
So if you feel that pressure to go, oh shit, it's Wednesday, I haven't posted since Monday night, but you don't have any content, and you just have to scrounge something together that might not be up to your standards.
Yeah.
That's going to be the newest thing on your feed that Joe is going to see when he goes to your profile, Joe Schmo.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's the negative of not posting for a day or two does not outweigh the positive of
a
looking for
content.
that quality content.
Okay.
Yeah. With my meme account, I usually post every day just because I have such a backlog of content.
Okay. Oh,
And,
really?
like, not all of it is created by me, because like it's the beauty of memes is like the moth meme. I haven't made any moth memes. I probably would post them, you know. But it depends on your industry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like if you're a photographer, you know, you might have a shoot where you get 10 or 12 photos. Maybe you can space them out so you post one a day until you get the next shoot. But it all depends on your type of content.
Okay. Yeah. So with continuing to talk about Instagram, you posed a question to Instagram at looking for questions, and I wanted to go over a couple of those and give a couple shout outs to people that did submit questions. The first one is
we got a different screen for this?
No, we don't. I don't know why this isn't popping up.
Cringe clip.
So the first question is from Autobot Rayos. I probably butchered it, but he says, what exactly motivates you at the end of the day when you feel nothing is going to work?
For me, it's about going back to the reason that you started your account, or the reason that you're doing what you're doing. For instance, we were talking about before, is like, do you write down what your goals are and like what you want to do, or do you just kind of go from there? I find that me personally, I like to write down my goals. I like to write down, you know, I want to do X amount of posts a week. I want to target this audience. When I'm not seeing results, it does get kind of hard, but you have to think about the reason that you started the account in the first place. So
Sorry guys, we're getting the community manager drunk.
The behind
behind the scenes bottle pass.
Yeah, dude, I mean, listen, sometimes people aren't going to react. Sometimes people aren't going to see your content, and it's all part of the game, man. There's millions and millions. You have to remember, billions and
I think it's so stupid. I went to New Orleans 2 weeks ago, I think, and it's such a stupid thing to realize, because it should be common knowledge. And shout outs to Moses and Amber if they're watching right now. I know they commented before, but I know I said out loud, and it sounded dumb saying it, but it's true. You go to any town, city, state, country in the world, it's a whole new breed of people that you don't know, don't recognize, and they have the same goals and aspirations as you, because we're all human. So think about every single city you could visit, every single town you could visit. They're trying to accomplish the exact same thing as you. Like, as much as you are unique, you're a dime a dozen. So like, and it just baffled me, and I think I did initially lose some like motivation at the beginning of the day. Like it was like I'm looking and as much as I'm looking at other podcasts, one for inspiration, two competition, because I want to see, and then one of the things you do is, and I'm sure you've seen it with meme pages and you see it with, branding and everything. You look at other pages and you look at similar people in your field and you go, what do I like?
Yep.
What do I not like?
Yep.
So I look at a podcast, and if I feel the audio quality isn't there,
yep,
I'm going to make sure my audio quality is good because I would want to watch this. If I feel there's not enough content or not enough current events or not enough community engagement, I'm going to push that on my podcast because I can see it in others. But then there's so many people out there that it is kind of like it unmotivates you because you're like, I mean, first off, how many people are getting drunk on a podcast? There's a lot.
Is there?
I'm sure. Well,
Yeah.
I know. I think it's someone off Wu-Tang, if I'm not mistaken. Someone was telling me about it. He's not doing it for likes, but he's doing it like he just interviews guests and he gets drunk with them.
Okay.
And like, there's no like, it's just get as drunk as you want and then just talk about stuff. So like, there are people doing the exact same thing as me. Maybe they're not doing it like.
It's like the Snoop Dogg. What was his GGN News?
Yeah,
Network
exactly.
What's it
Yeah.
called? Where he just like smokes weed.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's plenty of people that are doing that.
Yeah.
But it's like it does unmotivate you. But I think, and something I touched base on last episode, and I probably will touch base because every single episode I try to improve. I try to take one step.
Yeah, we got the boom mics.
We have the boom mics this episode.
Yep.
Last
Backdrop.
episode, episode 1 to 2. We added the backdrop, so now it's a little bit more like official.
We got the themed.
We have the theme shot glasses. Shout outs to my girlfriend who got these for the podcast.
Yeah.
And then then the next episode we improved the quality, and now we have the boom mics. And the next episode I'm working on a 3D intro animation with the logo. So like I think setting those, tagging back to what you said, setting those goals as much, even if they're little steps, is what motivates me to keep grinding, because what happens is I'll look back at that first episode and see there's not even you can hear the table tapping, you can hear the cans being too loud, you're gonna hear, and then it's gonna be low quality and there's no backdrop, and they're gonna be like, this is what motivates me. But I think if you look back, you get a little like depressed. You're like, all right, like, or like you look post to post. I'm sure on Instagram you'll post something and you're like, this is so good quality, and then you're anticipating 200 likes and you get 20 likes. Right. You're like, what happened? Because this is no different than the stupid post, and it's just the nature of the beast. And I think if you just keep pushing, getting to the next level and adding more content and doing things differently and testing things. I mean, Gary V, I remember he was talking to the backpack kid who did the floss dance. And he was talking to him about how, like, he's like, what are you doing? You're just doing dance videos? He says, no, I'm trying comedy skits. I'm doing dance videos, original dances. I'm working with different people. And that's the reason why he hit 1 million followers.
And I think actually he launched his own backpack as part of that. I'm sure, I guarantee you he's probably a millionaire. Like, he probably, like, based off of his... Like, what did he originally go on? Like, America's... Oh, no, he was on Katy Perry's dance crew.
SNL.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is.
And then he was in her music video, too.
Yeah. Dude, I'm glad you brought up the, like, communicating with other people in your niche thing, because that's actually something I forgot to talk about. Because that was the reason that I got from that, like, 1 to 2K mark to the 10K to the 15 to 20K. And, when you're like, remember before when I said reach out to the 1 or 2 influencers in your niche and see who they're following? Yep. Right? When you're reaching out to those big accounts, make sure you're not like, begging for the follow or the shout out or whatever. You can eventually, like, if you repost, what I did is I went to Fat Jewish and I went to the Tank Sinatras and the like big meme accounts. Yeah. And I reposted their content, and I would DM them, and I wouldn't go, hey, what's up? Like, I created this meme. Can you give me a shout out? Because, like, if you go to somebody and you're asking for a favor right off the bat, they're going to be like, screw you, dude. Who are you? you got to go and you got to build that rapport. And then eventually, if you're, say you were a podcast host, you have a couple buddies who do podcasts as well. Maybe you go on one of their podcasts. You can form a group, and it's like a DM group of like 5 to 10 people. What I did is I was in this DM group with a bunch of meme accounts, and we formed this strategy where every day of the week we would shout out a particular account. All of us would. So I was in a group of like 13 different meme accounts, right?
And you shout out one of
the
13?
Yeah. So there'd be, say, 14 of us. There was a decent amount of us, all within the same follower range, like the 10 to 20K. And it would be like, okay, Monday we're going to shout out JB, the meme account, right? And so 13 accounts are shouting out this dude, right?
That's
and
so interesting.
You get...
Okay.
Dude, people aren't...
It's like...
People aren't doing this, and
it's like Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang, like they were all assigned to different labels, and then they came together and made the super group, and then it brought in, like all their fan bases to one, to one thing. But
it's like all the people that are following JB the meme account are gonna like Trending Dog, like they're gonna like the same content. And you can do that with it. It doesn't have to be memes. It can be photography. It can be modeling. It can be whatever.
It's so simple and so stupid.
No matter
that it makes sense.
No matter like what topic. I keep doing this, dude. I'm like,
it's okay. You're praying.
I'm blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
Dude, but like you can do that with any niche, and it doesn't need to be people you know. You can do the geotags.
Hey, everyone in the watching right now, comment it's a high five, but it's also the praise emote. It says.
Yeah. No, but actually, that's what took me from like the 2K to like the 4 to 6K range.
Really?
It was just every time that happened, I got 300 to 400 followers because it was 10 people that had 20,000 followers. So that's 200,000 people potentially
in one day
looking at my profile that were targeted to me.
That's so stupid.
And
that's stupid, but it's so simple.
Yeah.
That like I do, and like there's some like podcasters I've been like kind of following, and like it even makes sense at the 200 range or the 1,000 range.
It doesn't matter.
2,000
it doesn't matter what,
because it just takes you to the next level.
Yeah. I recommend that wholeheartedly. I've done that. I did that with the TrendingTom account. I was like a Instagram marketer, so I reached out. I did the hashtag searches. I would DM people and go, "Hey, I love your content." Not asking for any sort of repost or anything, just saying, "Hey, let me support you." And then some people didn't reach out, and some people did.
Reciprocated. That's so cool.
Yeah, and
it's so simple.
Yeah,
it's so simple.
Yeah, and like
that makes sense because
we all benefited because it was. The thing you remember is like it's not only 20,000 people; it's 20,000 people that like podcasting, or like this specific thing.
You blew my mind. Not like it's so simple, but the thing that baffles me is I'm thinking I'm gonna look at other podcasts. I'm gonna look at them first as competition, and second I'm gonna learn from them, but learn from their mistakes. Learn what I like, learn what I don't like, and then expand on that. So I'm gonna go. I like this. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Let me integrate that into my podcast. It's the same thing when I watch H3 podcasts. It's the same thing when I watch Joe Rogan and all these other people that I watch doing their podcasts. What I enjoy, but you should be doing that cross. And I do it with my shows. Mm-hmm. I mean, like I'll go like it's just like a show. When you put together a show, you book the 4 or 5 artists that you really like or are gonna bring the most heads. And then you build a community, and all of a sudden you have a 300-person show that normally by yourself would only have a fraction of that. And It's the same thing that comes to Instagram and cross branding and cross promotion. That's it's so stupid.
Well,
or it's so simple.
You can do that with the goal, not even the goal of like gaining followers that are going to follow you. You can do that with the goal of just establishing yourself in that niche. Yeah. Like if say you're brand new to the space. You follow Joe Rogan's podcast. You follow maybe the most recent people that followed him because they're interested in podcasting. Mm-hmm. You connect with all of these micro influencers, like people a little bit bigger than you, and even if you haven't built that audience, you're still established in that industry.
So that makes sense.
And you can build off of that, dude.
It's so simple.
It's almost like a fake it till you make it,
sort
of thing, and like. that's how I got big on the meme account, and that's how I am. Like, I think about that, like that little strategy probably got me half the followers I have now, just based off of like the reciprocation and like the exponential. Like, okay, they gave me a shout out, and then they grew bigger. So by them growing bigger, more people saw their shout out, and then it's like passive, dude. Like, you're not even on Instagram, and you're
getting blown up.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go to the next question. Jesus. We're not even talking about motivation anymore. We're just talking about how to grow. And that's great advice, though, because that's something I'm definitely going to have to consider because, again, there's a lot of people I admire and a lot of people that are doing the podcast thing, and I'm definitely looking for something. You got a question for us? Oh, you're just flexing? For the gram. So never never be Delia, I guess is what it is. And this is more to you because I'm a cat person, and I know I'll get flack for that. But if you were a breed of dog, what would you be? Trending dog.
Well, let me tell you, I really want to get a dog. I most recently moved.
Okay, you run a dog meme page, and you don't have a dog. Have you ever had a dog?
Yes. Well, like growing up,
okay.
I had a dog.
Have you ever had a dog by yourself?
No. Because here's my reasoning. Because I live in the city. I used to live, like, now my apartment's decently, but it's 2-bedroom. It's like probably the same size, like 1,500 square feet. Now I could probably get a dog. Before, it was like, first of all, the apartment's too small. Second of all,
you're in the city.
I work every day. So it's like, I feel bad about like putting a dog in a kennel for the whole day when I'm like out working. If I work from home or like, was able to come back, then I'd probably feel better about it. Or if I got like a tiny breed that could just like walk around the apartment, and I don't know, but I like corgis, I like huskies.
So what breed?
Shiba. If I was a dog?
Yeah.
I don't know. I grew up with German Shepherds.
So you're gonna be German Shepherds?
German Shepherds are good dogs, dude.
Are you German? Are German Shepherds German?
I think so. I would imagine. I mean, is
that one of those things where like a dude named Tiny is actually like gigantic?
Yeah.
Like, is a German Shepherd just like Irish dog? We'll take the next question. And this came from that Billow _Billow, and it's: have you ever been to India? Please come. I love your posts and account. Smiley face.
Thank you. I've never been to India. I've actually never been abroad, but I'm going to Spain in 2 weeks. I'm excited for that. I'm going to. I keep doing this. I never do this in real life. I don't know what it is.
You're very pensive. It's maybe when you drink you do this and you don't realize it.
Dude,
because
maybe I'll like end up.
Because I was nervous about getting. So I was like, originally we're gonna have the boom mics kind of come in, but then I was like, I literally talk like this. Like I talk like I'm like jujitsu, like I'm fighting people and swatting people. So like I was nervous, but maybe like that's just like prayer emojis in the comments right now.
Yeah, but I've never been abroad. I'm going to Spain in a couple weeks. I'm excited, dude. I've been to Canada, but that doesn't even count. Like, come on, dude. Like,
I'm Canadian. Like, you can't just point at me and be like, yeah, like,
no, but like,
your country doesn't count.
It's like, oh, I have my passport, but I've been like, I didn't even get stamped going to Canada, dude. Have you been to Canada?
Yeah, of
course. Since you're not originally from Canada?
Your family? I'm 100% Canadian.
Uh-huh.
So like both my parents grew up there, and then I have dual citizenship, and then my brother was born there. So I was technically born in Connecticut, but we moved to Canada when I turned 1. So I'm like, I lived there for 10 years, and so I'm like pretty much Canadian.
Right. 1 foot on each side of the border.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, dude, I've been to Toronto a couple times. I haven't been to Montreal. I haven't been to Montreal. I want to go skiing there.
You have to go.
I want to go to Mont Tremblant.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Montreal is supposed to have good food.
It's so good.
Yeah.
We've gone the past couple like spring weather like
for skiing or
spring just in general, just because what happens is I I love Canada. We go there all the time, but Montreal is a different beast. Like I feel like I've gone to a bunch of cities, and then me and my girlfriend, we went to Montreal the past couple spring seasons, and I don't know what it is, but I love the city. Like I feel like if I go into other cities, I feel it's ghetto, or I feel like I gotta hold on to my pockets to make sure I don't get like pickpocketed. And Canada, there are some sketchy areas, but like I feel safe.
Yep.
And I don't know if it's because it's the time frames we hit, but like last summer we went and there was a French music festival where they shut down half the city. You just walk in, and then it's sponsored by Coors and Bacardi, and you just get drunk and you watch all these like performers.
I thought you meant Michael Coors.
No, regular Coors, and you just get drunk, and like it's just the culture shock over there is it's really good. I really enjoy Montreal out of all cities, but I would love to go abroad. I haven't either. I've gone Canada, Mexico, and then like the Caribbean, and like I've pretty much just stayed in
like
the
a
Americas.
cruise. Yeah.
So like it's not like a real like I'm going to Mexico. So like but I've never been abroad, and that's something I definitely want to do too, just to like appreciate the different cultures, I guess.
Yeah. No, I mean, dude, I'm old enough. I should have been over there. My sister's been to Germany. She had actually a German exchange student as like a pen pal, and so.
So I want to tell a story just because you brought this up, and I'll try to remember to go back to that. So shout outs to Arthur. Tag Arthur if you're watching right now. But we went to Dartmouth for like this festival.
Yep.
And there was so many like we went to his frat house. So it's like I don't know what it is. It's like his chapter, I guess. Yep. So he has a fraternity, and he went to RPI, and then we went to Dartmouth because they had a chapter where we were able to get into, and they were hosting foreign students. Yep. And the thing I cracked up so much is there was a German student, there was a France student, there was a Poland student, like all these different countries coming in.
Yep.
And somehow like Arthur took off and disappeared from me, and I just got shit-faced with all these like foreign exchange students. And we went to go get pizza.
Yeah.
And like we're riding back, and I have a car full of foreign exchange students making World War II references to each other, going like, I don't care about like people are like, fuck you Germany, like you like killed off all the
Germany
Jews.
And France,
yeah, and they're
Poland.
they're like fuck you, like your country surrendered, and like I was like baffled that like they were using World War II to like insult each other based just on their country of origin, and it was the funniest thing I had ever seen. Like, because I'm just like riding around, and I'm like, they're like, you know what? Fuck you. Your country surrendered. Fuck you. Like, your country sucks. Dude. Your country allied with this country. And I'm like, is this like...
That's your grandpa, dude.
And I had never seen something like that, and I never expected... And I don't know if it's like their humor amongst each other that they were like doing that, but I felt like they had only really met that evening. Yeah. So it was just funny to see them instigate each other with like... their alliances with World War II, but so you said your sister went to Germany?
Yeah, she's been to Germany a couple times. She had like an exchange student, like they swapped families basically. Okay. So we had the German exchange
like
student come to our like German wife swap.
German wife swap.
So yeah, I mean, she like one time they were together at one point, and then they just switched at the same time at one point, and you know, it was. German exchange student was super nice, like not used to the U.S. culture at all, and actually
we probably look psycho to the rest of the world.
U.S. or just you and me?
Us, but like the U.S.
Yeah. I mean, actually, my girlfriend, she went to Munich last week in Germany, and she was there for Oktoberfest, which was insane.
That's so cool.
Which I'm like, so she doesn't drink a lot.
While we're gonna go,
she would have like this and be like.
Yeah, I know.
If you had her on this podcast, she'd be out.
Yeah, I know someone like that.
But yeah, no. But she was saying how like people from Germany are so polite. They're so like, you know, just reserved and like immediate like. Excuse me, like if you
really?
like bumped in, at least in Munich.
It's so funny because, and I want to go back to Arthur real quick. He moved to Cali, and he's so used to our sarcastic humor out here, where we're kind of like assholes to each other, and we're kind of dicks, and that's how we like. If someone is like giving it back to you or dishing it back to you, they're good people. And the people that are reacting poorly, it's like, all right, you're kind of a party pooper. You're like sucking the energy out of the room. Bro. And he went out to Cali and he goes, that humor does not translate to just Western America. Like he says, like people are like almost offended because you're like dogging on them. And like, while like us, like I don't know if it's like the Boston culture where like everyone just talks shit, and then then if you took that Boston culture and shot it over to LA, people will like genuinely get upset because you're not being politically correct, or you're like shitting on someone when you should be polite or nice to them. So it's funny how like from state to state or like within like a nation, it's different. Let alone crossing over and going to India or going to Europe or wherever.
Yeah, well, I was going to say the other part of that was she just went to Milan. She's in Milan, Italy right now. And I'm surprised she's not bankrupt at this point, dude. Cause,
it's just shopping.
Dude, it's Milan. But she said, like, the difference, like, hailing a cab in Munich versus Milan, it's like, in Munich, you can just, like, you know, hey, like, I need a cab. And, like, no, even somebody that's, like, in a rush will just be like, oh, you had your hand up first. Whatever. Milan is like New York City, where it's like you basically have to throw elbows. Yeah, dude, you gotta be like, fuck you. Like I have a dinner reservation to make, because you're up against like some lady that just dropped 10K at Dolce & Gabbana. Down the street. Yeah. Like she's got places to go, dude.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but like I'm excited. I'm going to Barcelona. I'm going to Granada, Madrid, and one other. Vienna.
That's so cool.
Or not Vienna. Vienna's Austria. One other place, I forget. But we actually decided on Spain because we looked at the Anthony Bourdain Parts Unknown.
Okay,
right after he died.
Yep.
Because his whole series actually was supposed to be removed from Netflix right before he died, and then right after he died, they
put it back.
We're like, you know what, we're gonna keep this on for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And we saw his Parts Unknown on Spain, and he went to Barcelona and Granada, and we were like, oh shit, we gotta go. It looks dope, dude. They just
That's so cool.
Their culture is like, we eat dinner at 8 p.m. and then we start drinking, you know, and all the bars, it's like you pay for the booze, you pay for the beers, and then they give you tapas for free. They'll like give you just plates of food if you're ordering drinks.
Almost like
me
a casino, and you're gambling, you get free drinks.
Yeah, if we're at the the other way, we get free food.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You pay for drinks and you get free food.
Yeah. So I mean, it might be different now. Maybe it was like that when Anthony Bourdain was there, but my understanding is you're ordering a couple glasses of wine or a couple cocktails, whatever. Couple, you know, sun-kissed.
Yeah, and they'll slip you some super salad.
Yeah, and you just get the
breadsticks.
tapas, dude.
Yeah.
It's just like, I want to experience different cultures. Yeah, and it's apparently a lot cheaper.
Really? Yeah, I want to go out there. I'm very envious. So our regular community manager, John Grossmith, he just went to Paris in France, and he went all over the place out there, and I'm very envious of that's one of the places I wanted to go to out of the entire world. Is I want to go to France, and I don't know if it's because I spoke the language, because I'm bilingual from being in Canada all these years.
Yep.
But I want to explore, like, it's almost like the ancestors, you know what I mean? Like
I want to go to Ireland.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because I'm super.
Because you go to Canada and then you go to France. So like, and that's kind of how my mentality is. But I'm very envious and jealous that they were able to go. I think one thing,
you'll make it out there at some point.
We'll see. We'll see. It's the flight that kills you. The flight is so expensive.
Well, I mean, I was talking about Scott's Cheap Flights. That was
what is it?
There's a site actually for anybody. Have you checked it out, Kat, or no? Anybody listening, there's a site called scottscheapflights.com, I'm pretty sure. And their whole thing is they have agents. They have agents, dude. Agents that they look on Google Flights, and they'll just 24/7, they're checking it to see not only if there's like some random cheap date, but also even like mistake fares. So like somebody forgot to carry the 0 or something.
Really?
I saw, no joke, round trip tickets from like Boston to Tokyo for like less than $400, which they're normally like 1,500.
Yeah. They're
like
insane.
they're up there, dude. Like 12. I don't even know how long it is.
What is it? What is it called?
Scott's cheap flights.
Scotch, like
No, Scott.
Scott free.
Yeah, Scott.
Scott.
Scott?
S free.
No, cheap, not free.
Scott's
cheap flights.
Okay.
.com.
Scott's cheap flights. Okay. Bye.
Yeah. But like you can find cheap stuff out there. You just gotta do your research. There's another site called Momondo, MOMONDO.com, and it's basically Google flights on crack. Like they just search every single flight, every single airline, and you can see. This is totally was not related to memes.
No, it's okay.
But like, you know what? We're in the second hour.
That's where we go. Like
in the second hour, dude.
And it's funny because if you really think about it, you think like say it costs $1,500 to fly to Tokyo, and then it's $500 like that you found discounted from searching different sites.
Yep.
I feel it's worth it because if you're doing that research, even if you're spending 8 hours, say you make regularly $15-20 an hour, so
Yep.
that's $200 whatever for 10 hours, and then you save $1,000.
Yep.
That's worth your time.
Absolutely.
Just like I feel like when people applying to jobs, and this is completely unrelated, I feel like when you're applying to jobs, it's a full-time job. So spend your 8 hours, apply to a bunch of different places, and then same thing when you want to make a big expense, do your research because you might find a car, or you might look for a house, or you might look for a vacation, and spending that 20 hours or 40 hours, or like actually really diving deep into it, is going to make you the money that you would make at a regular job. You're saving them, like instead of making the money, you're saving that money.
Yep.
So like you're pocketing that extra money for an hourly rate. And I feel that with like almost every industry, like me, like with the podcast, I did not really okay. Are you okay over there? I did not like, I taught myself everything.
Yep.
So like it's like I could hire someone to do the backdrop for $100, $200, or I could teach myself for
An
4
episode.
hours.
Yeah.
Teach myself, and then all of a sudden, like I can build something. So
Yep.
thank you. I think one thing that we didn't touch base. We'll take away that comment real quick. Come on. I think one thing I want to talk to you about that we didn't really dive into, and now that we're like all boozed up, do you need another drink?
I could use another drink.
All right.
I don't know if can we do another one of the trash cans? Or we already got rid of
That's
that.
a lot of work. I don't have a Red Bull. Actually, can we get a Red Bull?
Or a Corona.
Oh, Corona, yeah.
Corona would
Let's
be
do
good.
Corona.
I'll do
But
Corona.
the Red Bull's my work. I'm gonna get stuck. Okay, so I think one thing I wanna kind of dive into that we really didn't get into. We talked about meme culture, and I want to talk about the toxicity of meme culture now that we're all boozed up, and like now that we're thinking like a little bit more aggressively, and we're gonna swear probably more. It's funny to see memes. I think I don't like getting into politics. But I know one thing I want to address is like kind of the Hillary and Trump election, where like even now Trump, like the whole fake news thing.
Yep.
It's okay. So I'm not gonna say I'm a Trump supporter. I'm just gonna get that out of the way. I'm not gonna get politics. I'm not gonna say I'm for or against. I'm just gonna say I'm indifferent right now. I'm not gonna. Here, I'll make you a drink while we're doing our thing. So I'm not gonna like be for or against anyone.
Yeah.
But the people that don't like Trump are already against him, and to fabricate news and cut clips short kind of makes him the victim and does victim blaming. Because I remember when there was a video where like he didn't shake a handicapped kid's hand. They clipped it to him only not shaking his hand, not showing the full clip where he passed him and then came back to him to shake his hand.
Yep.
And they intentionally did it. And it's like the people that are not Trump supporters, it's like, don't you have enough on him that you don't need to fake it? You know what I mean? Like
I didn't see that.
So it's just interesting that it's like people are fabricating things where it's like there's already people against him. There's already like so much support, like supporters against him and for anything against him, that it's like, do you really need to fabricate these news? And I feel like it's interesting to see memes go and like the thanks Obama meme that even Obama directly addressed. Yeah. Like I think there's things like that where it's funny to see memes evolve so much that it's gone into politics, and it's actually because it's driven towards like our generation and younger. It's actually influencing the popular vote. Right. It's actually influencing the next generation of voters, because you take those memes and then if a candidate is broadcasted negatively, then all of a sudden they're less likely just because of pop culture.
Yeah. I mean, I think this most recent election, the 2016 presidential election, was the first time that the presidential debates were live streamed on YouTube.
That's so yeah.
Which
opposed to like a TV network.
YouTube's been around. Well, yeah. I mean, there's millions of people watching it on TV.
Yeah, but it's also
But it's like, dude, YouTube's been around since like 2004, 2005,
and this is the first time
or something like that. Also, like, not a lot of people have cable anymore. I know a lot of people that have the basic cable and they just get the internet package. I had that for a couple years. Yeah. That also serves as a platform where it's like you're seeing the people comment. You're seeing the people comment on Facebook. You're seeing the people comment on YouTube. They go, you know, screw Trump, screw Hillary, screw Bernie.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. You know, and that's the beauty and the ugliness of social media is anybody who has access to the internet can go.
Has a voice.
Screw you. Someone could go on this. Your Facebook profile is public. Someone could go on here.
Don't instigate anyone.
You know what? Justin's not even drinking actual booze. That's just like Kool-Aid.
It's a Kool-Aid. Trust me, I've had Kool-Aid almost every episode. Like people are like, "Oh, what is you drinking the Kool-Aid?" I'm like, "No." Like you could see it's Sunkist. You can see this bottle. This bottle right here.
Yep.
Is the second bottle from podcasting.
Wow.
So like
of rum?
Of rum.
Wow.
So like it's like, all right, you're gonna talk shit, but like this is like what we're drinking. Like it's not but it's true. It's true. And I think that comes with the toxicity of memes, and in general social media is everyone has a voice. And like it's not like they're using their voice to like show support and appreciation for something, because I think one of my favorite quotes, and I don't know who said it, but there's two ways to have the tallest building in the city or any town.
Build the tallest,
or tear everyone else down.
Yep.
And I think a lot of people have that same mentality where it's like they're either going to build their support for someone else and build that foundation and keep giving support, or they're going to tear everyone else down around them. So the only viable option is this leftover building.
Right. And actually, I want to take that point you just made and talk about the accounts that create controversy just for the sake of getting views.
Like Eminem. I talked about this last week. Eminem and MGK. MGK, like, first off, like, everyone said that he faked taking his jacket off. But people superimposed booze in his live footage to create the narrative that he was getting booed because of Eminem fans.
Oh.
But he wasn't. If you watch the actual live footage, it's just people are enjoying the concert, like, in general.
Yeah, dude. Do you remember Lil Tay?
Of course.
Lil Tay. Shout out Lil Tay. Yeah, but I mean, people like her. First of all, she's like 8 years old. Dude.
Yeah.
So I feel
bad. And her brother was coaching her.
Because her brother and her mom are like involved.
Her mom got fired by her job.
She got fired for filming in her client. She was a real estate agent. She filmed in her client's house.
Yeah.
And it works though. You know what? Like, you hate on this girl.
She has millions of views.
You hate on this girl.
Her
account might have been. I haven't checked on it, but she hasn't posted in a while.
She has 0 posts right now.
Yeah. So, but like, people love to incite criticism because it attracts the attention.
Yeah.
Because they know you and me will be like, what the hell is this girl doing?
What is it?
What is her mom
girl
doing?
Yeah.
And it works, dude. Like, we're so triggered so easily.
So easily.
And like people just know. Like, if you went on here, Dude, I keep doing this.
It's okay.
If I went on my Facebook channel right now and I was like, yo, fuck McDonald's fries, they suck, which is my opinion. I actually do not like McDonald's
Wendy's fries all day.
Yeah. Everyone loves McDonald's fries.
Okay, I will say,
looking at me.
yeah,
Cat's pissed.
Cat's gonna be pissed right now.
But dude,
fuck Burger King is my point of view.
Okay.
I would say right now, no. I would say no to Burger King. Burger King is my least favorite fast food restaurant of all time, and I feel
triggered?
like I'm triggered. McDonald's, second-ish to me. Like if I'm drunk, they remove chicken select, so they're not relevant to me anymore. And then Wendy's is number one all time.
Wendy's is good, but like holding like a controversial opinion, a lot of people will just say shit like that just to get viewers and just to get followers and it works, dude. Like if you like created an account and were like, fuck McDonald's fries, dude. Like what? I don't even know what the theme of the account would be.
If the theme was fuck McDonald's fries, you'd get.
Yeah, if like just imagine
every post is like, you know what?
Imagine
fuck
an account where you like there's just videos of you just like stepping on fries.
I would I wish I had this taped, and I'm gonna like kind of throw Dill under the bus. But one of my favorite memories of me and Dill was we went through a McDonald's drive-thru, and he asked for a McChicken.
Okay.
And I think he didn't want the lettuce, or maybe he just ordered McChicken, and we park. And he opens a McChicken, and what's the only thing missing? The chicken.
Oh,
so
no.
he had 2 buns, lettuce and mayo. So he's like, wrap right around. Like so, I was like, all right. And he fucking, and it's like damp, and you can see the what is it called? Like the moisture, like on
the dew,
the dew on the grass and the sign. Ugh. And he takes the 2 buns and he smushes it into the McDonald's sign and goes, let's go. And like I remember that just just going like, fuck McDonald's. Because
it's rough.
I don't even know what we were talking about.
Just one chicken McNugget in the bun. Well, imagine if they just trolled you and put like a little nugget instead of a chicken sandwich.
I think I don't like Burger King because I once had a chicken nugget or whatever and bit into it, and it was all fat, and I almost puked. And I'm like, I'm never having Burger King ever again. Your fries aren't even that good.
Their fries aren't good. Their burgers are good, though. Their fries are better than McDonald's, dude.
I don't know. Drunk?
It makes me so mad.
I think
how many people like McDonald's.
There's some fries and some foods that like are 10 times better. Like I think Wendy's and Five Guys have the top fries market.
Five Guys,
but
because that's fresh.
Yeah,
that's
but
from Idaho, like straight up.
But I think McDonald's, and I don't know if it's like a culture thing, but like getting shit-faced and getting McDonald's fries and like a chicken nugget or like a chicken select or a Big Mac trumps. I don't think people don't talk about getting drunk and going to get Burger King as much. I think people get drunk and have McDonald's, and I think that's what trumps all of the other fast foods.
Yeah. Yeah, I just like people love McDonald's fries. I just don't get it, dude, because it's like it's not a fry. It's not a fry, dude. It's like
those potato strips.
It's like
sticks?
Where did
you get
this potato?
No.
It's like it's all skin. There's no
and it's
meat.
like this big.
It's
like how? What are these potatoes?
I've never
like
seen a
this?
McDonald's fry bigger than this.
They only have potatoes this size.
Yeah, and like. The other thing is they don't. I think for a while they added salt to the fries, and then they stopped adding salt. So it's like you got to add your own salt. So you either get a fry with 0 salt or like completely like diabetes.
Just like
dude, like McDiabetes fry,
just like thick in salt.
I don't know, dude. Like I don't know. I feel like it's not. It feels like every fry in a McDonald's fry is like the bottom of the bag fry, dude. It's like
it's so true. It's so true to get a bag of fries and you're
at the same time, like I'll eat them all day, especially if I'm drunk. Like right now, if you placed a large fry in front of me,
it's gone. It's demolished.
I'm not too good to eat McDonald's.
But then like the thing is it's funny because you'll eat a McDonald's fries and like it's almost like McDonald's fries is a little bit more appetizing than like a Wendy's or Five Guys right now because you're not gonna be able to appreciate it. Yeah. You're like drunk. You're like, ugh, like I know this is way better than what I'm tasting right now, but McDonald's is just like this is I don't know, but like it's I love this podcast because we just get drunk and now we're not talking about Instagram, not talking about meme culture. We're talking about McDonald's fries, and I guess what we'll do is.
You want to take a quick break?
I won. No, well I was gonna say I won.
You won.
won.
Yeah, you doubled me. Oh my god, I've taken way more than 14 sips.
We're tapping 2 hours right now, so I'm gonna tap into a shot. I mean, you lost, so I'm gonna take a shot. If you want to take a shot, feel free to join me. But I just poured you a drink, so you feel free to drink that.
Yeah, dude. Maybe I'll do this. That's not fair? I can't.
Do you want a half shot?
No, I'll take sips of this. I'll drink my mystery.
It's okay.
This feels like the Space Jam shit, where it's like you take.
And you're drinking bricks
the thing that's funny is like. Here.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's clear.
That's amazing.
So the thing that you see, look. So you're not drinking anything actually.
Dude, it's just water.
Yeah, it's water.
So the thing that I like for those of you that don't know, it's like really dark green. It looks just like an Irish
green. You can
green.
see it there.
No, that looks brick. Look, you can see the purple brick. You can see the brick. So I'm gonna take the shot. You're gonna take an L for this, and thank you for coming on. This is dope. Dude. I love that you were able to educate me because my Instagram, first off, my main account is garbage. First off, it's been like it's just like a friend account, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now I'll know what to brand my account moving forward for the ShotBet podcast because that's one thing I definitely want to evolve because I want to have conversations with people. For those of you watching or watching afterwards, let us know who you want us to talk to, who you want to see on this podcast. It can be an outlandish claim because I know, for instance, like someone reached out and says, "I want to see something from Wu-Tang," and we're working on it. And then I want, like, I have a very special guest in 2 weeks. I'm not going to say the name. When you see it, people are going to be excited.
Is it Lil Tay?
Huh?
Is it Lil Tay?
No, it's not Lil Tay. But he's a local fan favorite, and he's going to come through, and he's our fan bases are very interconnected, so a lot of people are going to enjoy the meme and enjoy the guests I'm going to have. And then we have someone who runs a storefront in Hudson, Eastwood Screen Print, and then a lot of surprises. And I want to have my brother on. See what I'm going to do now. So he was commenting, and I talked shit to him last episode, and I'm going to make a compilation of these talk shit posts. You know what, Brandon? You can't go in the comments and talk shit every episode and not be here. I'm going to say every episode until you come here. I told him, you know what'd be the best time to have him on? Like, brother, think about, like, holidays. Like, Thanksgiving. You give thanks to family and friends. That's when I want to get him shit-faced. So the day before Thanksgiving, tag him, tell him he can't handle the heat. And I'll be no, don't tag him. I didn't mean it. But I'm gonna take this shot. And thank you.
Hell yeah,
for,
dude. Cheers.
Coming on and having.
Thanks
a
for hanging out with us, everybody. And if you have any other questions,
plug away and talk. Yeah.
If anybody watching has any other questions about Instagram that we didn't get to on this podcast, feel free to send me a DM on Facebook or on Instagram. I'd be happy to talk to you. I love talking about this shit. And, dude, I'm so happy to be on the show.
Of course.
This is awesome. I'm happy.
I wish your podcast was still going because I would love to.
Yeah. Maybe I'll get it going at some point. But,
jumpstart it.
Dude, apparently I discovered this on my, namaste.
Prayers in the comments.
We have to do some, like, ShotBet yoga. At the end of this.
ShotBet yoga, I don't even know yoga poses. Like, I was just going to do the same thing. I was like, yoga pose.
I don't know, dude.
Well, thank you again, Tom.
Dude.
We'll flash you real quick.
Oh, don't leave me hanging.
We'll flash you real quick. No, I'm coming back. I didn't look at you. I was like, oh, I got this.
Yeah.
So that's Trending Dog, Trending Tom. Feel free to follow him on Instagram, on Facebook, anywhere. He has, I can't compliment Tail Threads enough because I saw the content and the stuff you guys are putting out. Feel free to look at it.
Anthony Valentine.
And tag him.
Yeah.
Let him know we're talking about him because I would love to talk to him.
Yeah.
They do custom stuff. It's perfect for birthdays. It's perfect for Christmas. It's merchandise that you definitely want to grab for your loved ones and family.
Oh yeah, man.
So,
all right.
Okay, community manager, relax. All right, so have a good night, guys, and tune in. We're gonna be back in 2 weeks. It's Friday, 8 o'clock, and we'll see you then. Have a good night.
All right. Have a good night.